and the time is 7 p.m. There are 6 members of council present. A quorum is established. I call this meeting to order. Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Councilmember Ledford, you want to lead us tonight?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item number 3 on the agenda was public comment. There were no members of the public sign up to speak. Item number 4 is employee recognition. We're going to recognize a couple of our outstanding employees tonight. Laura, you have the camera? Yeah. If you wish. So for tonight, we want to recognize Sergeant Johnny Holbert first. Sergeant Holbert, you want to come forward? Sergeant Holbert is being recognized tonight for 10 years of service plus, because we've been trying to get you this recognition for quite some time. He actually went over his 10-year mark last year, and he works nights, so it's hard to get him in here. And then he went to the FBI Academy, so he's a recent graduate of the FBI Academy, the first in the history of Mount Sterling to be able to go through this program. Is there anything you want to talk to us about tonight from that course?
No, it was a fantastic course. I want to give all the glory to God and my family. Give glory to you all, our community that we serve. It was a fantastic experience and offered a lot of insight. So I hope we take that and apply those that learning to make our community better. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you have made our community better. He has been an outstanding employee, great family man, beautiful wife Valerie, great bunch of kids, and certainly he loves this community, loves his job. He busts his rear end when he's on duty, and when he's off, he's a great family man. And that's certainly something to be commended and to be celebrated. So we appreciate you. We appreciate your commitment to the city of Mount Sterling. We want to present you tonight a certificate of appreciation to officially award you for your 10 years of service. Awarded to Johnny Holbert in appreciation for his 10 years of continuous and faithful service to the city and to the citizens of this community. You're truly one of Mount Sterling's finest. Thank you for your service. And that was beginning in May of 2015 through May of last year. So if we held on a little bit more, we could have given you an 11-year certificate, but we needed to get this in your hands. So thank you for everything you do for the city. So. All right, anything else? Thank you. We'll let you get back. And one more recognition tonight, so Lieutenant Mike Price, if you'll come forward. Good evening. Lieutenant Price is being recognized tonight for 20 years of service to the city of Mount Sterling. Time flies, doesn't it? It does. I'm still working on him. I'm trying to, it's month by month at this point, but trying to extend that out as long as possible. He is eligible for retirement, and he has seen what a good place we're at right now, and he's committed to sticking around for a little longer. Mike is a great family man also. Beautiful wife Amanda's here tonight. A couple of great kids. He's a proud dad, and certainly proud of this organization and has committed so much of your life to making this a better place. So you are a great example of a young person that can come on board to the Mount Sterling Police Department and work his way up the ranks. And he's in an amazing place right now, being a lieutenant. Got a lot of responsibilities on your hands with the administrative role that you've taken on, but you've certainly done that like a champ.
I'm talking to say.
I'm going to continue to do that. So we get good people, we want to keep them. So tonight we want to recognize and provide award a certificate of appreciation to Michael Price and appreciation for 20 years of continuous and faithful service to the city and to the citizens of this community. You're truly one of Mount Sterling's finest. Thank you for your service, January 1st, 2006 to January 1st, 2026. Congratulations. Okay, we'll turn it over to you. You want to say a few words? 20 years flies by.
It has flown by. I mean, it just seemed like yesterday I was in there with Mayor Williamson and Chief Schnell interviewing for a job. And we've had great leadership throughout the city my whole career here, from the mayor, city council, even at the police department. I can't praise them enough for being mentors to me throughout my career. And it's going to be hard to walk away, I'm not going to lie. But it's time to go. And let some new leadership take place in the community.
Well, we're gonna hold you here as long as we can until you make that decision. He's been working on his doctorate, and he's gonna go teach, and I think that's commendable also after serving your community, the public, everything you've done to be able to take that to a classroom and to train the next generation of folks coming up. That's pretty special. Okay, well, we still haven't got his retirement papers yet. We're gonna keep him as long as possible. You wanna get a picture with Amanda while you're here? Sure. Behind every officer, generally, there's a great spouse that's there for them to support them while they're on the job. So let's get a picture. All right, thanks for. Okay, item number 5 on the agenda is approval of the December 16th, 2025 council meeting minutes. Those are in your packet. I know you've had an opportunity to look those over. We will just need a motion to approve. I do have one small. Motion by Barnes. Second by Ledford. Got it. Any further discussion? Hold the members, please.
Barnes. Hilton. Abstain. King. Ledford. Murphy. Trimble.
Abstain.
Item number 6 is December's financial reports. Those are in your packet. I know you've had an opportunity to look those over, but if you have any questions, comments, anything you need clarification on, please don't hesitate to bring that forward. Yes, sir.
I don't know where it is, I read it the other night, but the $390, everybody, something about a phone. What did we upgrade?
Yeah.
What we do, upgrade on phones or?
So that's part of a stipend that we provide to employees because of their use of cell phones while they're on the job. So we provide a little bit extra pay. We don't pay the whole cell phone bill. That's just a percentage that's paid per month. To receive that reimbursement, they have to provide us their phone bills to show they've actually got a phone and are using it, so.
That's all I have.
Anything else from anyone? All right, next on the agenda is the department head and committee reports. We'll begin tonight with Director of Public Works, Nathan Boston. You can move that over if you need to, Nathan, I'm sorry. We've been doing some training where it's slow. We hit 12 different items that we go over, like PPE, back safety, fall protection, stuff like that. Safe driving in the snow, things like that. But we covered 12 different issues. We've also been doing our annual sign check. It's something the federal government makes us do to make sure everything is reflective. The way that works for the new ones, we got town split up in 4 sections. So every 4 years it rotates to cover that one section. This year we replaced 22 stop signs and 18 street name signs. We still have 48 street name signs to
to do, but we haven't got those orders yet for them. Saying that, we've had 49 signs over this past, 2025 that were either destroyed or just stolen. Not counting what we have here that we have to replace. That's just vandalism or wreckage. We also had leadership come by the shop, and I didn't embarrass the city too much, I don't think, but there was a couple issues. We got in the creek on Richmond Avenue, people always stuck under a bridge. We also got a shopping cart out of there, 3 tires, so the water continued to flow. We probably found more if we could stay there. Serviced 6 police vehicles. We filled 73 potholes last year. That was for the whole year. And I don't know if you all know, we have a traffic counter we put out here in the summer and the fall. And so far, since we got that in 2022, I think we've got 115 streets counted. And what we do on that, for you new guys and anyone else, is that helps us know where the traffic's at. So when we go to Blacktop, you don't want to do one that's getting 24 cars in a week compared to like Culpeper at 33,000. I mean, there's a lot of them busy, some of them aren't. That gives us a good thing when the mayor and I are checking things out. The other thing was, Pam gave us, Pam and Stephen, I gotta give him credit, he was here half a year or more, 321 citations this past year on yards to mow or clean up. And out of those 321, we did 101, which is like 34% of what we had, to do out there. So that's all I got, unless you all have something.
I will note on our website, on the Public Works page, we provide all of that data that Nathan continues to collect. So street counts, street lights that are out, if someone were to contact you and say a street light's out, you can check on our website to see if that's already been reported, as well as our work on sidewalks and our paving schedule, repaving schedule. That's on the website too. So he does a lot of work behind the scenes. I know he's in here early and stays late to make sure that we're informing the public the best we can, giving them the data they need. So, thank you, Nathan. Next, Building Inspector Jim Johnson.
I don't have any notes. The last 30 days has been fairly slow. Holidays, I guess. There is one single-family home, new single-family home in Garden Springs. Signed permit. We got 3 houses to tear down, 2 of those are ready. December, 1st of January.
Okay.
I look forward to pick up.
It'll pick up quick. Thanks, Jim. Code Enforcement Officer Pam Murphy.
So, since the beginning of the year, we've had 20 violations that have been issued. 2 for trash cans being out too late, not being put away after trash pickup. 4 for parking, which is either parking on the street, leaking oil, parking for more than 24 hours, parking in the yard instead of your driveway. Bulky items that they left out to be picked up and didn't notify Rumpke, so they sat there for a while. Just general rubbish, things that in the yard that don't need to be there. 3 for condition, like windows that are out, soffits, broken stairs, things like that. And then a couple for landlord issues. Some landlords aren't providing heat. And some are broken down. So some of these items are going toward the Code Enforcement Board. We got several that are ongoing cases that we're following. I won't give you names on those. Just kind of, one thing leads to the other, like alcohol and like guacamole. So the rubbish in your yard leads to parking on the street. Parking on the street leads to the trash cans not being able to be picked up. Snow removal, those things, so one thing leads to the other. So we're just hitting it one at a time as best we can. Then we're beginning to work on transport actually. We're going to get phone calls if you want spaces. We're working on a way to streamline it so that people can see the layout online. Possibly be able to reserve their spot online. It's kind of in the works. We've got a meeting tomorrow on that. And did a little bit of PR to promote that it's 3 days instead of 4 and make it positive, that fourth day was not really doing anybody any good. So we just want to give the message that we're not taking something away, we're just making it a little bit better. And I sent a message to the superintendent to let him know that Monday is not going to be a court day holiday, so maybe they can change their calendar so that everybody's got a better use of their time off. And we're working on some new public service announcements. We've done the trash, the bulky items, trash cans and bulky items. The next one's probably going to be parking, all the parking issues, parking in the yard, parking too long, parking on property that's not yours, abandoned vehicles. So the next public service announcement that we're going to send out is going to be probably on parking. And then just all of this, I have to use Jim, Nathan, the fire department, and the police to do it without them, because they're my go-to. Any questions?
Okay, good job, Pam. Thank you.
No, I just think you left this job for that one. You're so busy. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Jeanette, do you have anything for the council?
Yes, I just want to let you know that we currently are 92% collected on our property tax for 2025. We have 2,818 tax bills that have been paid, 85 tax bills that were paid online, and we have 297 unpaid tax bills. We are 65% collected on our business license. We had 10 businesses that have closed out their license. They'll not be renewing. 132 renewals for part-time business license, 287 full-time business license have been renewed, and 1 mobile food unit license renewed. That's 430. We have 241 remaining that is to be renewed. February 1st, they have until January the 31st to pay without a penalty. February 1st will be a 2% penalty applied to each business license that's not renewed by that date. We are honoring postmarks, so.
Okay, thank you, Jeanette. Busy time of year, for sure. I'm going to go next, and then Chief will wrap us up tonight for department head reports. On your desk, you have this schedule. This is just what's coming up over the next month. Feel free to drop in on any meeting you wish. Just some highlights. On Thursday, I'm going to go to Frankfurt. The Land and Water Committee is meeting. As you recall, we've been awarded $250,000 grant for the Adena Trail. I am asking for us to be considered for more money for that project. So as you recall, that's to place a new amphitheater and playground down along the Adena Trail. We're certainly thankful that we've got $250,000, but I'm asking for more. On Friday, just so you know what that is, America 250, the judge executive's here tonight, so he is chairing a committee here locally. We're celebrating America in everything we do this year. Dr. King, as you start planning for our First Fridays, and we look at community events, we just want to make sure that we celebrate America and everything we're doing. We are planning a huge community celebration for July 4th of this year, so more to follow on that, but certainly if you have good ideas, bring them forward, and we want to try to incorporate them here locally. On the 10th is our court day planning meeting. This is where we're gonna roll out our new plan for the court day festival. As Pam said, it's 3 days this year. We've got some changes that we're proposing as far as layout and so forth, but you all are more than welcome to attend that meeting or bring forth ideas if you have them. And then on the 16th February, just as a reminder, we'll be closed for President's Day. On this report that's in front of you, just want to point out bad properties. We, of course, have passed the number 46 properties that have been demolished in the last 7 years plus. We have 3 more that we are awaiting demolition, so that program has certainly worked out very well. I'm so glad we've moved forward with this as a city to clean up blight. in the community, but we'll be looking forward to 3 more success stories over the next couple of months. City Lot 1, that is the upgrade of the lot behind the downtown athletic club. We've had our initial construction meeting there, and we've got to refine some things, but we hope that that project will get off the ground within the next couple of months. Walker Construction is doing that for us. That is we're going to fix that retaining wall that's down there, put in a new retaining wall. We're going to put in curbing. Nathan is going to put in a new sidewalk along Locust Street, and then of course repave that lot. So that'll be exciting to be able to get that project started. And then TAP 5, I did send you all an email just to let you know I was submitting that application. So we've got to wrap up the TAP 3 project, and then certainly TAP 4 is the sidewalk project along North Maysville Road. That's to basically repair sidewalks along that corridor. TAP 5, this project, which was submitted, will be for revitalization of the sidewalks, streetscape redesign on Bank Street, and then picking up the areas we did not get to do with TAP 4. So that's that's on Main Street from Bank Street to Sycamore, and then on Main Street from Wilson Alley down to Queen. So all of that's what we've submitted for. Funding will kind of dictate what we can do, but we're going to continue to try to fix our sidewalks in our downtown area and just keep expanding those out. That's all I had as far as the mayor's brief. Is there anything for me? Okay, thank you, Chief. We'll let you wrap it up tonight. Chief's going last because he's next on the agenda with a report. So Chief, we'll let you go ahead and give your normal report, and then we'll move into the next item on the agenda.
I placed all logs for the month of December in front of you. If you have any questions about that, as we extra patrols in which I like to see, that just means the guys are out doing what they're supposed to be doing, patrolling lots of properties and things like that. I'd like to remind everybody, I failed to mention this in our meeting this morning, but the website, you can pass along to everybody. We still get people to call in to the office or the dispatch saying, I've got cars speeding down my neighborhood, and that's fine, we address it, but it's a lot quicker if they can just do the go online and hit report an issue and put in there where the issue is, because that'll come directly to me or 2 other supervisors immediately, just like an email, and we can say, okay, we'll get an officer out that way, or, non-emergency, speeding complaints, parking complaints, things like that. And on the issue of parking, Pam had spoke about it. Possibly have a big snow event coming up this weekend. We are just towing if the vehicles are parked illegally and blocking on yellow curbs or no parking zones, things like that. There's no warnings. We're towing. It's been addressed, with the patrol officers, the supervisors on that shift, that the plows, they can't get through that easy, maneuvering those things, and cars are parked blatantly in front of no parking signs and yellow curbs and everything else, and you know better. So make that known that everybody you can, that there will be no warnings, especially during the snow event. We're going to tell them immediately when the snow plows get to them. We are also in the early stages of discussion for a Citizens Police Academy. We're trying to get some feedback and figure out ways to logistically make it work, which I think will be easily done. I think it's going to be a good thing. We'll try and kick that off if we have enough interest in it later on this year in the spring and fall. So that's in the works in the very early stages of planning. That would allow community members to come out and see what we do and the different aspects of the job. So it's usually a big success when other agencies do it. So I'd like to see that implemented in our city. That's all I have.
Okay. Any questions for Chief? Okay, thank you, Chief. Next item is your presentation. Chief Noel's going to give an update on the flock camera system. There was a social media post that went out last month that had a lot of misinformation in it. And that certainly, as I look at that, that means we haven't done a good job of conveying information. So although we have talked about it in council, we have talked about it in the newspaper, we've talked about it on the radio. We haven't talked about it enough, evidently. So Chief's going to just give us a quick update on some facts with the flock camera system. It's a wonderful system. It's been a value added to our police department. But Chief, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
All right, thank you. Again, this is kind of stemming from, social media comments and misinformation that's going around throughout the community. We've had flock in the city since 2023, I believe, roughly. There have been numerous news articles. I know Tom has, we've had a big story where flock was used. He's mentioned flock, and again, on the radio it's been mentioned. So some of the misinformation about it is that law enforcement and the government can track you all over. That's not what this system is for. Flock is a stationary camera that will record license plates. It records vehicles, doesn't record faces, doesn't give us whose vehicle that is. It will just give a picture of the back of the vehicle and the license plate. That is useful for us in investigations. Some of the situations that we had Captain D's when it got robbed. We didn't have any witnesses, and the victims weren't able to give us a vehicle leaving the scene. We were able to link up with Lowe's, who had the flock system privately owned. We were able to speak to them. They granted us access. Within a matter of a couple minutes, we had a vehicle that was seen circling the parking lot. Ran that, furthered our investigation, led to 2 arrests, which ultimately we would not have had we not had that. The vehicles in there that are not part of an investigation are automatically deleted by the system every 30 days. So if that vehicle goes through on the 1st of the month, on the 31st, that vehicle is taken out of the database. So it's not keeping a record, it's not sold to third parties. It is illegal for flock to sell any information to a third party. I know that was some of the misinformation that is getting sold. Flock does not sell the information. For our officers, we have a strict policy that this system is only to be used in investigations. We use it for hit and runs, criminal mischiefs, tracking drug dealers that are going to Lexington, Dayton, Detroit, things like that. It's a valuable tool, but they have to have a reason. They go into the system, they have to log in with their credentials, they have to give either a case number, an incident number, or a reason why they're in the database. Once they get that, again, all it gives them is a picture of a vehicle and a tag, and then they can further the investigation by who owns the vehicle, who might have been driving, things like that. Again, that's a very strict policy, and those are subject to audit, and we do have a policy and procedure in place for that flock system. Some of the great things that it does, again, we have Amber Alerts for missing persons, people with dementia. Those vehicles are entered by that agency. If that pings off one of the towers, we can get an officer out there instantly and find that vehicle and stop them, as opposed to just sitting and waiting and hoping that car drives by. It's been used. We've had a hit off the FBI's terror watch list. One of the cameras that pinged off there, we were able to coordinate with the FBI, and they were looking for this individual and were able to find him. Out-of-state and in-state sexual predators and convicted sex offenders that are coming into the city, if they're through NCIC, which is the crime database, it will alert us that somebody from Michigan is in town as a registered sex offender. Our officers and I think the community and citizens would like to know why they're in our area. That further gives the officer a chance to go out and find probable cause, or reasonable suspicion to interact with them and find out why are you here, what are you doing, things like that. So again, a lot of misconceptions out there. Nobody's tracking anybody. Your cell phone tracks you more than these flock cameras. So everybody's worried about the government watching them, and they need to get rid of the cell phones, because I can get more information on a cell phone than I can with back of a vehicle and a license plate that drives on the road. I've been in law enforcement for 23 years, and I'm very passionate that this tool has helped us in otherwise situations that would not have. We recovered stolen vehicles, and again, shooting suspects. We used it on the shooting on Harrison Avenue, and we were able to track him and know that he was in Lexington after he fled the scene, because we were able to locate his vehicle. So I'm very passionate about it. I think it's a great tool, and again, just to quell again the misinformation that's going on out there about these cameras. Does anybody have any questions or concerns that I can answer?
I think it was a good presentation, Chief.